Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marnice Nicole and I'm an acrylic painter. And today is day 19 of Inktober, so stay tuned for a time lapse. So guys, for my initial sketch, I just used a quick Derwent pencil and then went over with a Copics multi-liner that was waterproof, which you definitely need if you're going to go over it with ink. And then I use another micron pen for some finer details. And my initial thoughts going into this sketch is that I was done painting the little sexy scenes. If you've seen my past Inktober, those have all been like, you know, a couple of couples. But I, for some reason, wanted to focus on almost a human statue. So this female figure under spotlights, kind of just with the concept of, you know, the lights are on, everyone's staring, you know, that kind of thing. I've been playing around with this concept a few times in my sketchbook with these females on display, and it's something I definitely want to explore a little more, but I really liked it for this particular sketch. And so after that, I went in with my acrylic inks. I used two Amsterdam colors, one in lemon yellow and then one in Naples yellow red light. I used some orange from FW, some red from Winsor Newton, and finally some purple, the muted violet from Liquitex. And so all of those colors came together just to put this kind of painting creative concept together. And so I'm going to talk more at the end of this video, but please enjoy. So what you just saw was my day 19 Inktober illustration. You guys, it's been hard to stick to sketching and drawing and inking. It's been hard to come up with concepts, and even though I only gave myself 4 illustrations, 1 per week for the whole month, I still felt kind of obligated to try, and it hasn't worked out really for me. But Inktober is almost done. I actually really enjoy using ink for illustrations. I really enjoy the process. It's really calming when I get around to it. And I just know that I need to work better on illustrating daily, or at least more times a week, because I have the time for it, and I shouldn't let anything get in the way of fun art, because this particular illustration was really fun with me. I really love the shadows that I got. I really love the line work that I took my time with. One thing that I've learned when working with ink, especially because it's not as forgiving if you make a mistake with it, is that patience with this medium is absolutely key. And so when I did my first 2 illustrations, I kind of just rushed it. I tried to make my lines as, you know, quickly as possible so I could get to the real part of the illustration, which I thought was the acrylic ink. But really it's the line work at the first initial sketch that is the most important part. And for me personally, I don't often sketch out my acrylic paintings. This painting behind me is something I just started working on, and it's going to be an 18 by 24 acrylic painting. I started off with gessoing my board and just putting paint where I assume the background is in my head. I didn't plot any ideas. I didn't do any color comps. I didn't do any testing. I didn't do a pre-sketch. I didn't do a post-sketch. I just literally painted my background, the green of the grass and the kind of orangey pinkish sky, and then I placed some characters without any thought or whim. And that process in and of itself is fun for me. I just get to unleash whatever creativity on my mind and then go back in and define it later. But when you're doing acrylic paintings or ink sketches, a plan in mind is so helpful. Otherwise you're ripping up canvases or paper or what have you and just throwing it away, which I've done a lot for Inktober. And that's another thing. I've been abandoning work. I've started sketches. I don't like them. I erase them. I'm not happy with it because I feel like I paint or create differently when it comes to ink and pens. And I don't know if anyone else in Inktober has noticed this, especially if you're primarily an oil painter or primarily a digital artist or primarily an acrylic painter like me. Do you paint differently? Do you create differently now that you are using inks every day for the month of October? Do you create differently in your process, coming up with sketches, coming up with, comps and colors and all of that? Because I definitely do. This illustration that you just saw the time lapse for, I struggled with it. I resketched it 5 times before I finally went down and started filming me inking it and putting in my line work. And then I tested colors before I went and put those on the paper as well. So like, I'm completely different artist when it comes to acrylic inks and pen work, and I wonder if it's gonna transfer. I'm thinking like my next couple of paintings, maybe I should plot that out. Maybe I should do some testing and not have it so fruity, whimsical like I normally do. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Those are just my thoughts from Inktober thus far. I'm really glad I participated. I almost didn't even bother because I knew I couldn't do a daily sketch with my schedule. But you know what? I'm really glad I did. I hope you're having fun with Inktober so far. And that's it. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're watching today's video on Friday the 19th, then you still have time to enter my giveaway. I'm going to link that down below for you so you can check it out. But it's for my favorite art supplies. And the winner will be announced on Tuesday. I'm picking the winner Monday night. And so you got a couple of days if you want to enter. All right, guys. Bye.